if you will be a champion, if you will be a beast, you're gonna have to go through something. Ain't nobody gonna hand you nothing. Ain't nobody gonna hand you no championship. Ain't nobody gonna hand you no title. You have to make a decision that nobody in your position will outwork you.
Yeah, I'm all in. Brody on the line, I'm tapping in. God out here pulling the strings for me. A girl on the line, she feeling me. Preoccupied by the motivation. Put in the time to
Welcome to the outside of the world, man.
He kinda nice. Inside of my mind, no one's real as me.
Tony's predominantly boxing gym. So if somebody has a question at the end of it, as far as kicking, wrestling, anything goes, just ask me at the end. But I'll do the bulk of it, just straight boxing. And a couple ways that I find my distance, how I close the distance. So I'm gonna be here and I'm just trying to touch that shoulder. He's trying to do the same thing. Touch any one of my shoulders. Okay? Yeah, and I'll be moving.
Independent by no label. But now I'm going hard enough that the streams will lead to a house by the beach. All of this done with the speech. Filling my pockets for now, for later. I want the picket for some sign of the neighbors. I used to skip out on the payments. Nowadays I tax for the labor.
The more feints, the more head movement, more feints, you know. It just helps out. It's like you got a revolver. You got one bullet in there. You're going click, 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 and the person doesn't know when you're going to shoot off and hit him with that bullet. So it's the same thing a lot in combat sports, in boxing. It's you feint, you move, you do things, and you make them drop their guard, and then you attack them, you know? So one thing I like to do for that, as soon as my initial feint, I get a good reaction out of it. I see what he's doing. He went like this, okay, so then if I go like this, maybe I can open this up. There's a lot of things you get from the feint, but you got to process it the right way. You got to put it on here and know. So if I'm feinting already and I'm already touching this hand and I start to touch his hand, even if I haven't made damage to his face, if I'm already here, now his reflexes have to be off the chart for me to miss his right hand. And I'm just gonna throw it in this area once I can touch his hand. His reflexes would have to be amazing. Slip it real quick for him to start pulling things like that. If my movement, if my fakes, everything is right, maybe I'll touch the right hand to the chest at first just to get him thinking, and then boom, pop it. So a lot of my stuff just comes off this. Just controlling the distance. I cancel out this hand already by even just pawing, and he can't throw it anymore. Now we're 1-to-1. I can kind of see things like that. So that's why I like to feel out with that. In straight boxing, another thing, go right-handed. Once you could already start touching the hands, that means you can close distance already. Let's say you're a shorter guy, and you don't want this tall guy beating you up from here. When you close the distance, you know, you can do that by touching the hand, and changing levels, touching the hand, fake, and then changing levels. And then getting to work. Once you isolate one of these hands, you gotta remember, you already took one of the big weapons away. In boxing, you only got two hands. 50% of the attack. If I could just lay my hand down on my ear, and then crouching, I only got that one. As long as my head is behind the shoulder here, I'm okay. I can work here, and I come right back to it. I'll show a good one, right-handed outside attack. And a lot of my attacks, I like to aim for big targets, so my chances of missing are very low. So initially, maybe I don't want to even touch the face. I'm gonna give him a lot of feints, a lot of movement. And then boom, so I'm gonna touch him in the shoulder blade. When you jab, you never do it like this, like how a flame would land. You change levels and you penetrate. The reason why something was to come at me at the same time, it should hit me in the top of the head. This hand is up, so I'm not worried about this hand. I'm worried about his right hand. So if I jab like this, I get hit with it. But if I jab like this, it can hit me in the top of the head, and it should be all right, especially with a big glove like that. So remember, like we're fencing, we're gonna drop levels, boom, right here. Drop levels, boom. That's gonna set up a lot of tails, especially where I place my jab in there. Originally, I go for the shoulder place. Once I start to get the feet on him, every time I fake, he's gonna give me reactions. I'm gonna come here, maybe I'll place my jab just like that, and then I go whoop. Things like that will start to happen. It could be the left leg too. Once I start to touch his jab and he's doing things like this, boom, left hook. Touching the hands, move, boom. Now we get the next reaction, see what he does. Boom.
Right till I die, I'm not afraid of the casket. I'm on the run, I'm chasing the thrills. I'm hungry, I'm starving, I lust for the meal. Lately, I'm blue like the bills, yeah. I'm elevated, overeducated. I run the race with who I resonate with. I break the bread with you who work the late shift.
Like to hunt, they love the process just as much as they love the prize. And some of y'all just